Chosen one, you who are watching this right now, pay attention to the following words, because what I am about to reveal here may be the last chance before a specific trap is set in your romantic path in the coming weeks. There is a spiritual war happening around your destined union, and your enemies, those exes, those false friends, those people who pretended to love you and disappeared, are in a panic at this very moment. They felt something shift in the air. They realized that you stopped begging, stopped chasing, stopped accepting crumbs. And now they are planning the final attack, trying to return in disguise, trying to plant doubt, trying to make you doubt that there is a predestined couple waiting for you on the other side of this desert. I have come here to warn you. You and this person are going to become the most powerful couple on earth. But before that, there is a test. And if you do not understand what I am going to say in the next few minutes, you will fall for it. Stay until the end, because in the last block I will reveal how to disarm the false trap that the universe will place before you before the union arrives. Chosen one, let's start with the most painful part, because you need to understand where every silence, every breakup, every block, every message that never arrived comes from. None of it was rejection. None of it was because you weren't enough. None of it was because you loved too much or because you got the timing wrong. Every delay in your love life was surgical. It was a divine edit happening while you cried on the bathroom floor thinking you were being abandoned. While you looked at your phone waiting for a message that never came, heaven was literally rewriting the timeline to remove people from your path who would destroy you before the correct union arrived. Think with me. If that relationship from 2 years ago had worked out, where would you be today? Probably trapped, emotionally drained, giving your gold to someone who would spend your energy like someone spending a $5 bill at a gas station. The breakup was not a tragedy. The breakup was a rescue. And the silence that followed, that deafening silence where no one appeared, where the apps seemed dead, where even the flirting vanished, that silence was a spiritual quarantine. It was the universe shielding you while adjusting your vibration to the exact point where the right person can see you. You were not being forgotten. You were being hidden. Like a groom who cannot see the bride before the altar, the spiritual field hid you from the world to refine you. And those with eyes to see realize it now. Every tear you shed during that period was a dose of anesthesia while surgery was being performed on your emotional field, removing piece by piece everything that still made you attract the wrong people. You were not alone. You were being prepared. And it is exactly here, chosen one, that I need to tell you the second layer of this truth, because many people think that the resistance they feel in their love life comes from the other person, from the ex who stalled, from the interest that vanished, from the family that criticizes, from the distance, the work, the fights, a lie. The true conflict is not in the relationship. It is in the purpose that this union carries. There is an absolute spiritual principle. The greater a couple's mission, the greater the army that organizes to prevent its consolidation. If you were marked for a banal union, no one in the invisible plane would move. You would get married, have a lukewarm life, and nothing would change. But you are not ordinary. You are chosen. And the person who is being prepared to walk by your side is too. Together, you represent something that literally threatens entire structures of darkness, because a couple aligned with purpose doesn't just destroy their own cycle. They break the entire generational cycle. They heal parents who will not see it, heal children yet to be born, heal friends who will mirror this reference. That is why the resistance is violent. That is why the missed connections seem like sabotage. That is why the two of you almost met so many times and something always got in the way. It wasn't bad luck. It was war. And if you think this war has ended, chosen one, listen carefully. It is at its hottest point right now, because your enemies, those toxic bonds that still maintain an invisible thread connected to you, are smelling your liberation. They will try to appear. They will send messages out of nowhere. They will suggest a mutual friend. They will create a coincidence. And that is where most chosen ones fail, because they confuse a return with a sign, when in truth it is the last card of a system that knows it has lost. That is why I prepared the Missão Estila for you, because the exact moment I realized there were people walking blind in this war, without armor, without clarity of their own soul's mission, I understood that I needed to put a tool in the chosen one's hand. Missão Estela is a practical 21-day challenge, an ebook that leads you through the path of recognizing, activating, and integrating your cosmic purpose, exactly what your destined union requires to be ready within you before it happens. Because a powerful couple is not born from two lost people finding each other. It is born from two awakened souls recognizing each other. Each day of the challenge gives you a reflection, a simple practice, and a declaration to transform that sense of displacement into clear spiritual direction, and that is what the cosmic field asks for before releasing the right person. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. Go now, secure your access, and come back. And before you continue watching, write the word Aceito in the comments as a symbolic seal of commitment to this transformation. The universe records your yes. Now come back to me, chosen one, because there is a painful part that needs to be said. The wounds of the past did not come just to be healed. They came to be deciphered. And that is the difference between those who leave the cycle and those who return to it disguised in different clothes. Many people cry, go to therapy, pray, meditate, and yet attract the same person with a different face 3 months later. Do you know why? Because the pain was treated as a problem, not as a message. Every breakup, every contempt, every silence, every romantic humiliation carried a specific revelation about a boundary you didn't yet have, about an emotional pattern you didn't yet see, about a longing disguised as love that you were still feeding. That narcissistic ex was not an accident. He was a brutal mirror showing exactly which part of you still thought you needed to prove worthiness. That person who vanished out of nowhere wasn't just their cowardice. It was a blatant exposure that you were still clinging to one-sided connections, thinking that loving too much was a virtue. That long relationship that stalled at the same point for years wasn't his or her lack of will. It was an X-ray showing the exact place where you accepted less than you deserved because you were afraid of being alone. Chosen one. Every one of your scars has a name, and as long as you don't name them, you repeat them. You attract the same type with different accents, and that is why so many people think they are condemned to love wrongly. They are not condemned, they are inattentive. Because the information was always there, written in blood in the experiences you preferred to forget instead of study. And here enters a silent trap, chosen one, which is perhaps the cruelest of all because it disguises itself as spirituality. Many people confuse emotional intensity with true love. If the heart races, it's because it is. If there are butterflies in the stomach, it's a sign. If it hurts, if one suffers, if one cries, it's a soul connection. A lie. An absolute lie. A violent lie. Intensity is proof of nothing, except for the existence of an old wound being touched. When you feel that magnetic attraction for someone who treats you poorly, that is not destiny. That is the unconscious recognition of a family pattern. The nervous system confuses chaos with home because it was trained to associate love with instability back then, when the affection you received was intermittent, when your caregiver's attention had to be earned, when you learned that love is deserved through effort, pain, and waiting. So when an adult reenacts this same equation with you, the body screams, "It's him, it's her, this is the person." But it isn't. It's the repetition. And the chosen one who does not learn to differentiate wounded chemistry from real connection will spend their whole life falling into relationships that seem cinematic at the start and devastating at the end. The true connection, the one aligned with purpose, has a completely different signature. It doesn't pull the floor from under you. It gives you ground. It doesn't make you lose sleep. It makes you sleep better. It doesn't force you to decipher ambiguous behaviors. It is clear from day one. And it is precisely because it seems too stable that many people reject it. The chosen one trained in turbulence thinks peace is a sign that something is missing, when in fact peace is the very sign that it has finally arrived. If you are reading all this and feeling a discomfort in your chest, it's because a part of you already knew, and the discomfort is the beginning of the awakening. Chosen one, this is the exact moment of decision. While you watch, the field is measuring you. Missão Estela is waiting for you in the first pinned comment, and every day that passes without activating your mission is one more day that your destined union must wait on the other side. Don't procrastinate. Go now, secure access, and return to continue. This small decision today is the trigger for the spiritual and material transfer that follows. And it is here, chosen one, that we need to talk about the desert. Every chosen one passes through a desert, a period where no one appears, where it seems the world has forgotten you, where friends vanish, where parties lose their meaning, where app attempts lead nowhere, where even family seems too strange. This desert is frightening because the human mind confuses solitude with abandonment. But the chosen one's desert is not punishment. It is construction. It is the only environment where the interior can be remade, because while there are people around, you continue to mold yourself to others' expectations. Silence is needed for your true voice to emerge. An absence of an audience is needed, so you stop performing even for yourself. The desert is the place where you discover who you are when no one is clapping, when no one is looking at you, when no one is validating you. And look at this revelation. You are still someone. You are still whole. You continue to exist with value, even without another person's eyes confirming you. This discovery is the foundation of the powerful couple. Because someone who enters a union coming from the desperation to escape solitude builds dependency. Someone who enters a union coming from across desert builds real partnership. And this is where many people fail, chosen one, because they cannot endure the crossing. They leave the desert early, grab whatever passes by, accept any crumb, and then wonder why they keep attracting the same type. If you are in the desert now, listen carefully. Do not run. Do not force it. Do not beg for company. Sit with your own presence, discover your voice, find your own gaze in the mirror again, because at the end of this desert there is a person waiting, and that person only recognizes those who have recognized themselves first. And chosen one, pay attention, because this is the part I promised at the beginning of the video. In the middle of this crossing, when you are almost out, the universe applies one last test, a false trap. A person from your past, usually the one who hurt you the most, will reappear looking like they've changed. They will say the right things. They will show regret. They will ask for one last chance, and it will seem, chosen one, it really will seem, like it's destiny. Hold on to this information because at the end of the video, I will give you the exact key on how to disarm this trap without falling. Now breathe, because it is time to tell you what a truly correct union is, and what you have to feel to know that it has finally arrived. It is not fire. It is not obsession. It is not jealousy as proof of love. It is not that butterfly in the stomach that confuses anxiety with passion. A union aligned with purpose has a specific energetic signature: peace. Not a lukewarm peace, not a peace without desire, not a friendship peace. A deep peace, a silent security, a feeling that you can finally let your guard down. It is the first time you don't need to pretend anything. It is the first time you don't need to measure every word for fear of losing the person. It is the first time you disagree with something, express a difficult opinion, show a strange part of yourself, and the person stays there. Without the threat of vanishing, without silent punishment, without emotional blackmail, without disguised demands. The right connection doesn't force you to walk on eggshells. It gives you firm ground. And when conflict happens, because conflict will happen, the aligned couple does not dissolve. They talk, they adjust, they listen to each other, they embrace. There is a foundation beneath their feet that does not break with an argument. This is not impossible. This is not utopia. This is the standard for those who have made it this far. And it is precisely here that many chosen ones stall, because peace scares those who only know war. The nervous system addicted to turbulence interprets calm as boredom. And that is where self-sabotage begins. You enter a healthy relationship and feel that something is missing. You start looking for flaws that don't exist. You start creating problems to reignite that familiar feeling of instability. And worse, you judge the right person as lukewarm, when in fact, you are the one still addicted to drama. Chosen one. If you have made it this far, understand an absolute truth. True love seems too quiet at first, and that is exactly the sign. Do not run away. Do not ruin it. Do not test it. Accept it. Because the stability that seems like little today is the foundation of the shared wealth of tomorrow. And now, chosen one, before the final closing, I need to tell you something with all frankness. All of this that I have described, this powerful couple, this blessed union, this transfer of spiritual and material wealth that comes when two chosen ones align, none of it arrives if you continue walking without your soul mission activated. And that is why Mission Estelar exists. That was why I prepared this specific tool for you. 21 days of practice, reflection, and activation, made for the chosen one who feels they came for something greater, but hasn't yet managed to translate that calling into practical direction. It is the armor you put on before the final war. It is the map you need to recognize the right person when they cross your path, and not confuse them with just another repetition. It is the antidote to the false trap I promised to explain to you now. The link is in the first pinned comment, and you have to decide today, chosen one. Because every day without this activation is one more day your union stays waiting, and it is one more day of advantage for the enemies who are trying to plant doubt in your path. Go now, secure Mission Estelar, and return for the closing. The responsibility for this choice is yours. The universe has already done its part. Now I will give you the key, chosen one, to disarm the false trap. When that person from the past reappears, and they will reappear, there is a single question you need to ask yourself, not them. Does this person want to build with me, or do they want to return to the place they were? Because narcissists and false loves do not return to love. They return to retake a position, to not lose territory, to re-establish control over someone who was escaping. The proof is simple and absolute. A truly transformed person does not try to convince. A truly transformed person respects your process, does not pressure a reunion, does not make emotional appeals, does not use old memories as bait. If they came with urgency, it's a trap. If they came with pressure, it's a trap. If they came at the exact moment you were about to liberate yourself for good, it's a trap. The sign of the correct partner is the opposite. They arrive in peace, they arrive without drama, they arrive when you no longer need rescuing. They arrive when you are already whole. And here is the last obstacle, the most silent of all. You need to believe that you deserve to receive this, because there is a part of you that still thinks true love is for others, that peace is for others, that the blessed union is for others. This belief is the last gate. And if you do not break it down, you yourself will push the correct partner away as soon as they arrive, because it will seem too good, and you will prefer the familiarity of suffering to the strangeness of happiness. Chosen one, listen well, you deserve it. You deserve a love that doesn't hurt you. You deserve a union that doesn't demand proofs of pain. You deserve a partnership where you can be whole, strange, sensitive, strong, tired, happy, and still be loved just the same. And not only do you deserve it, you were made for it. The most powerful couple on earth is not a metaphor. It is the materialization of the purpose that two chosen souls bring when they meet awake. And from today on, chosen one, you no longer have an excuse. You know about the war. You know about the trap. You know about the desert. You know about the sign. You know about the test, and you know what tool is in your hand. The first pinned comment is waiting for you. Mission Estelar is waiting for you. Your union is waiting for you on the other side of this decision. Your enemies are in a panic watching you awaken in real time, and very soon they will be forced to watch your public victory, your blessed union, your transfer of wealth, the enormous portal that will open in your life when two chosen ones finally align. Do not sleep on this, do not leave it for tomorrow. Heaven is recording your response at this very moment. Chosen one, the decision is now.